8 huge Emmerdale spoilers for next week. Get ready for next week's drama on Emmerdale from August 19th to 23rd. Dawn's urgent need to speak to Rose sends Will into a panic. Jai fights dirty in his divorce from Laurel, and Ella's behavior on her 30th birthday raises eyebrows. Don't miss out on these 8 huge spoilers and more. Subscribe to the channel now to stay updated.
1. Will's troubles mount up. Will's mind races as he grapples with Dawn's suggestion to report Rose as a missing person. It's a big step, and the implications are heavy, weighing on him like a ton of bricks. Unsure of what to do next, he tries to reach out to Kim, hoping for some guidance. But with Kim off in Dubai and not answering her phone, Will's left in a tough spot, his anxiety growing with every unanswered call. As the silence from Kim continues, Will can't help but let his thoughts spiral. Is she avoiding him on purpose? The doubts about their marriage start creeping in, making him wonder if this might be the beginning of the end for them. With so much uncertainty hanging over him, Will's left questioning everything he thought he knew. 2. Dawn shares important news about Evan. Dawn drops a bombshell when she reveals that Evan might need a bone marrow transplant, and now she's set on reaching out to Rose to see if she'll get tested. This news hits Will hard, knowing full well how determined Dawn can be when it comes to her family. The idea of Dawn digging into Rose's whereabouts makes his heart race because he's been hiding something big, and he knows her persistence could unravel everything he's worked to keep under wraps. In a desperate move to keep control of the situation, Will pulls out Rose's phone and listens to a voicemail from Dawn. He's in deep now, and the pressure is mounting. Without skipping a beat, Will continues his cover-up, secretly composing a message on Rose's phone, trying to stay one step ahead. The stakes have never been higher, and Will's balancing act is starting to wobble. 3. Jai receives unwelcome news. Laurel, determined to make some bold moves, decides to approach Gabby with the idea of buying Jai's shares in the hide. It's a strategic play on her part, and she knows that getting Gabby on her side is crucial. Gabby, always one to spot a good opportunity, quickly warms to the idea. She sees the potential in having Laurel as part of the business and wastes no time in making it happen. Before Jai even knows what's hit him, Gabby drops the bombshell. Laurel is now the hide's newest investor. The move leaves Jai stunned, as he didn't see this coming at all. Laurel's quick thinking and Gabby's decisiveness have turned the tables, shifting the power dynamics in a way Jai never anticipated. 4. Jai reveals his own nasty surprise. During the mediation session at Mulberry Cottage, Jai drops a bombshell that leaves Laurel stunned. He's sold Holdgate Farm and Tennant's Cottage, meaning there's nothing left for her in the divorce settlement. It's a ruthless move that catches Laurel completely off guard, shattering any hope she had of walking away with something after their split. Jai's cold decision adds another layer of tension to an already difficult situation, making it clear that he's not holding back. But the weight of his actions starts to hit Jai afterward. Despite the tough front he's put on, there's a part of him that feels guilty about what he's done to Laurel. It's not easy to just brush off the years they've spent together, and the way he's handled things doesn't sit well with him. Yet just as those doubts creep in, Caleb steps in to reinforce Jai's actions, telling him he doesn't owe Laurel anything. Caleb's support gives Jai the justification he's looking for, even if it doesn't fully erase the guilt. In the end, Jai's left in a tricky spot. He's taken a hard line in the divorce, but the fallout is starting to weigh on him. Even with Caleb backing him up, the reality of what he's done is hard to ignore. The decision to sell the properties and leave Laurel with nothing might have been a power play, but it's come with a cost that Jai is only beginning to understand. 5. Ella loses her temper with Mandy. Mandy goes all out for Ella's 30th birthday, treating her to a full beauty makeover at the salon. It's a special gesture meant to make Ella feel pampered and celebrated. However, things take a wrong turn when Mandy, in her excitement, decides to share the before and after photos on the salon's social media pages. She does it without thinking twice. But for Ella, it's a line that should never have been crossed. Ella's reaction is immediate and intense. She's been trying to keep a low profile because of her troubled past, and having those photos out there without her permission feels like a huge breach of trust. The reminder of her past and the unwanted attention it might bring is too much for her to handle. In her anger and frustration, she lashes out, making it clear to Mandy just how badly she's messed up. The situation spirals even further when Liam sees Ella smashing her own birthday cake in a fit of rage before storming off. He's deeply concerned, realizing that something's seriously wrong. What was meant to be a day of celebration has turned into a moment of chaos, leaving Mandy, Ella, and everyone else involved shaken by the unexpected fallout. 6. Ella's birthday gets worse. Liam manages to talk Ella round and convinces her to attend her birthday party. However, the day takes another turn for the worse when June's relative Gary arrives in the village and confronts Ella over her dark past. Ella is devastated by the reminders of Joanne, the girl she killed when they were both 11 years old. She tries to rush off but trips and falls when Gary chases after her. A caring Wendy takes Ella off to the GP surgery to be checked over, but she gets more than she'd bargained for when Ella loses control and attacks her. 7. Vinny and Gabby grow closer. Vinny finds himself in an awkward spot when Charity, never one to mince words, makes some pretty harsh comments about his lack of romantic experience, especially compared to Gabby. It's one of those moments that hits him hard, making him feel small and a bit out of his depth. Vinny's always been a bit self-conscious, and hearing it from Charity only amplifies those insecurities, leaving him embarrassed and questioning himself. But things take a surprising turn later on. What starts as a tough day for Vinny turns into something completely different when he shares a passionate kiss with Gabby at the Woolpack. It's a moment that wipes away all his earlier doubts, giving him a boost of confidence he didn't see coming. The connection between them feels real, and for Vinny it's a big step forward in shaking off those feelings of inadequacy. As if that wasn't enough to brighten his day, Vinny gets the chance to bond with Gabby's young son Thomas. He joins him for a trip to the playground, and in those simple, carefree moments, Vinny finds himself at ease, enjoying the time with the little one. It's clear that Thomas is warming up to Vinny, and for someone who's been feeling a bit unsure of his place, this is exactly what he needs. By the end of it all, Vinny's earlier embarrassment seems like a distant memory. He's building something special with Gabby and starting to feel more secure in himself. The day, which started off rough, ends on a much brighter note, showing Vinny that maybe he's not as inexperienced as he thought. 8. Charity gives Sarah a treat. Charity, always the one to stir things up, decides it's time to bring a little excitement into Sarah's life. Seeing that Sarah could use a bit of a thrill, she comes up with the idea of taking her on a joyride, something that's right up Charity's alley. It's not just about the ride though, it's about giving Sarah a taste of that wild dingle spirit that runs through their veins. As they set off, Sarah can't help but feel a rush of adrenaline. The car they're in has that unmistakable vibe of being something they shouldn't be messing with, most likely stolen. But instead of backing down, Sarah fully embraces the moment. This is a chance for her to tap into her dingle roots, and she's all in, ready for whatever comes next. The thrill of the ride is electric, and for Sarah, it's like stepping into a new version of herself. She's not just tagging along, she's actively soaking in the experience, feeling that dingle pride in every twist and turn. Charity, seeing Sarah's excitement, knows she's succeeded in her mission. This joyride isn't just about breaking the rules. It's about bonding over that shared sense of adventure that only a dingle would understand. By the end of their escapade, Sarah's not the same girl who got into that car. She's tasted a bit of the wild side, and it's given her a new confidence, a fresh spark that Charity knew was hiding just below the surface. It's moments like these that remind her of the strong dingle spirit she's inherited, and Charity's there to make sure she never forgets it. And there you have it, 8 huge Emmerdale spoilers that are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat next week. From Will's growing fears to Sarah embracing her inner dingle, it's clear that the drama is far from over in the village. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of all the twists and turns, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming up next on Emmerdale. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.